Name.
One of us will kill our own. They're picking us off.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously.
Away with you.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet.
You think me mad?
Mad? That's insufferable, surely. I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen. What's your name?
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice, deciding fates.
She eyes you quite...
Not the future, no, but I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She chuckles once more.
That red-cheeked refusal tells me more than licking you would. But suit yourself, darling. Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Just skip to the part where I reassure
The
you.
elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out and takes your hand, turning it this way and that, examining it from every angle. Finally, he pinches your skin, gently.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
It was one of them. I know it.
You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
Oh, please. I have no interest in... No. I want to know about the Celeste. This text tells me that they created all creatures. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
Just skip to the part where I...
Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect... Now, please, run along.
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off his...
I'll tell you if
Here to register, sir. Got you fair and okay so far. Glad to hear it. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty.
Tried on her,
Turnips
and
and
if she
water
tries to
are all
rust,
I would...
shoot to kill.
Unacceptable.
seem
I've never
unhinged,
dined
officer.
on anything less than a
What
dozen
on earth
course
is the
dinner,
matter?
and I don't intend to do away.
Murder.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
No, I'm afraid I always perform my part solo. Do stay and watch, though, because
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happened? Not long before this thing snaps into the... Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards! Great gods! Something's pounding on the hull!
comes first, just like the old stories.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
Said there were other people down there.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time.
There's a ladder right over.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hit.
The Magister lies on the floor.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a... Wait! Avoid Woken!
I thought Voidwoken was supposed to be scary.
I've faced worse.
Let the games begin. That hurts, doesn't it?
They who are about to triumph.
Beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
Let's not tarry. This old tub is about to burst.
Away! The sea's hungry. We don't have much time.
Let's head above decks for some air.
Damn it! Need to get off this wreck, and quick!
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Those Voidwoken made short bloody work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor? This must be Fort Joy. I thought the Order would get rid of any trace of the old Source King.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his side.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Why? I guess. Well, the people who put me here are human, and the people who took my parents away are human too. Or do you mean because I'm a... Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child looks at you.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy. Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than outside. But you didn't die. There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see. I guess I am, but it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. They've made it to shore.
I know you.
Bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. Drowned and eaten by a voidwoken. I wonder in which order.
You spot a strange lizard. Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful... You have my...
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More...
Yes, I'm sure you've all... Now then, if there's nothing further... I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Memories.
He looks out over...
As for my... I see continents dotted with mighty cities. What do you mean?
Suddenly,
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know? Oh, I am the Red Prince. The All-Conqueror. The World-Tamer. The spouse of the sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have. Truly. Fine. I act on one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, I've reason to believe one of them may be present. Jolly good. So, now that that's set, even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you? Wizardry is embedded in my nature as deeply as the instincts to breathe and drink and mate. The dominion over fire suits me best, truth be told, but there is no school of magic I cannot... Very well.
The Red Prince nods.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. As your... Of course, there are other...
A black cat.
The cat's eyes are its eyes clear.
Hey, mister. It's a lot nicer here than that stinking boat, huh? I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours ago. Say hi for me. I never want to set foot on a stuffy old boat ever again. Never.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Come, will be needed elsewhere.
Don't you hear?
Come on, old man.
The lizard magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
She was a lizard, yet a magister. No matter her reasons, her penalty was fair.
Saw 'em, didn't you? The Hammer and Alexander. They gave that scaly traitor what for, they did. 'Tis a misfortune, brother. Bishop's a son of... And the Hammer's a solid sort. When you give up, they're working on a cure. During the time when we lost him, well, it only made sense to see his will through. Can't for certain. So that's what we do. Lucian gave... Fort Joy ain't no summer camp. No one said it were. But it's the best we've got to protect the realm.
Come on, old man. I can't wait all day.
Did you see 'em? You did, right? Those claws. Wonder what's behind the masks, too. Can't be pretty. That Magister, that was Bishop Alexander, leader of the Divine Order, and his right hand, Dallas. How'd you what? Liberated my hometown from the Black Ring. He did. We never had such peace as we did with his, but now why don't you move along and settle in?
Did you see them, sir? Bishop Alexander and the Hammer herself, they were so close, almost within arm's reach. A traitor cannot be murdered. A traitor can only receive their due. Easy enough to say in times of peace, but look around. The void woken...
Come on then, Legsy. Pay up.
I find only bread. I want no trouble. This is not your business, Long...
Don't let this moss muncher talk to you like that. Especially a cheapskate like this one. Griff already knows she don't like to pay.
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing...
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is not...
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before...
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff.
Burrow looks you both up and down.
Ah, get out of here. Now, both of you. You ain't worth a sweat.
The elf smiles and bows...
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
Is that indigestion, or is it... Oh, God, not now.
A little reprieve from the din outside.
You're cheating! I feel it, but I do not see it.
Thank you for your help with that, thug. Rare...
She bows.
I hear of no escapes. The only way out is through. Through the Magisters, through their cure. Thugs in this cave. We trust the healer. She is young, but she sees.
She knows more than we know. In the camp, the brute Griff rules. He who gives the bread has the power. It gives me great pain. I'm with my family. We are making beautiful magic. We are healing a tree cut down with great violence. The Magisters come. My family runs, but I fall. My son looks back. I shout to him to run. I am taken. Wait, before you go. I am not here without your help. I do not forget this. For you, a prize. I save it. Thank you.
I know they help.
The young girl's eye.
Ah, hello. I see you come a long way. I see you come here seeking a... I see it before my eyes. It is not so bad. I know which days have bread and which days have none. I know more bread comes some...
Her eyebrows shoot up.
There can be a way. Amiro knows. But he is gone. Do you see him? He knows how to leave. My protector, my friend. An elf like me, with a spirit bright as new leaves. He tries to help me, to save me, and he suffers very much. He is caught by those who hurt him. I wish so much for his return. And he tells you what you seek. Aware, you bring me great peace. I see something that helps. Yes, please ask.
The cat's eyes. It appears confused. Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with diamond features. Regal and radiant. She was the one who... Her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away. And you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze. No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about and grabs you in a stranglehold. You feel the tip of a long needle being pushed a little ways into your neck.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are, so I can decide your fate here and now. But you did. And now the tables have turned.
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly face her. The needle still all too deeply embedded in the psyche. Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice something that remained undetected in the gloom of the ship. A flaw in her diamond features. A curiously shaped scar on her...
Let me tell you, once upon a bad old time, a lizard cut this living scar, into my cheek. The mark of it, but now I'm free. Of sorts. And I've traced that lizard here to Fortune. I intend to raise the subject with him.
She drives the needle in deeper.
In truth, it does not matter. That makes you a liability. That makes...
A bright spark.
Ha! Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join? Escape. How you do tickle me. Most of the misguided... Oh, little needle. You know what? I'm not quite sure...
With a casual flick of the wrist.
Let's discuss our... Yumi and Death will be played... As a rogue, my speciality is stealth. It suits me fine. Lead on, then follow me.
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with Sabine in any sort of proximity, but at least...
You forget my name here? Take your coin then. Here's the goods. Like you wanted. Keep it down, will ya?
So this is Fort Joy.
Delivery. Surely you'll have one.
What a crumbling disaster.
Scram, snake face.